All right, a good Saturday afternoon to everybody. These are the latest numbers with the 11 a.m. advisory on now post-tropical system Nestor. The winds are at 50 miles per hour. You can see where the center is located, still over the northern Gulf. Meanwhile, a lot of the rain is displaced far to the north, and that's what we've been experiencing here in central Georgia through this morning. It's been very cool here in Macon. Temperatures have been in the upper 50s for much of the day thus far. And a lot of the rain has been kind of focused across the northern tier of our area, which is where it's been falling as of this update. We are yet to see very heavy totals, but starting to add up a touch between a quarter inch and a half inch for many of, again, the northern counties in our central Georgia viewing area. And as far as the wind is concerned, this as well is yet to really ramp up at this point. We've seen numbers that look a lot like this, a gust up to 15 or 20 miles per hour for some, but we have not seen any of those stronger gusts between 30 or 40 miles per hour. Still, as we head through the rest of this afternoon, this is the track. The center of Nestor will be moving inland over the Florida Panhandle and eventually into South Georgia, and then kind of clipping the southeastern fringe of central Georgia on its way to the Carolinas. And as the center of Nestor gets closer to us later on today, I do still think a wind gust over 30 miles per hour can't be ruled out. And then ultimately that will move away through the Carolinas, and by early next week that's back out over the Atlantic. So it's not going to be raining necessarily all day depending on where you are, but it's going to be waves of rain through the rest of the day today. And I have plotted on the wind gust as well. Most of these numbers fairly pedestrian, 20 to 30 miles per hour. You know, that's nothing too crazy. But you do see some that get up closer to about 35 miles per hour. To be clear, as we talked about yesterday, that's not going to be damaging wind or anything like that, but you'll notice the breeze likely pick up a bit as we get late into this afternoon as the center of Nestor will be closer to us. Into this evening, just periodic showers moving through on the kind of outer bands of Nestor. At times, maybe a heavier tropical downpour sets up. You can see some of that in the yellow, orange, and red there. And we'll keep the rainy, breezy conditions into this evening. Here is 10 o'clock. And ultimately, as we head past about midnight, I think at that point we're starting to see this pull away from us and the breeze will be pulling away with it. And by the time we wake up on Sunday morning, it will be dry across central Georgia, and Sunday afternoon we'll likely have some sunshine. So additional rainfall totals. Keep in mind we are adding on to what I showed you with those radar estimates, which in some places are already up around a half inch. And it's just going to depend on where the downpours set up. But I think our totals, which yesterday we were saying between 1 and 3 inches, fairly realistic at this point. Additional totals off the high-res model showing that maybe some pick up 2 inches or more. Again, that will depend on if any of these kind of heavier downpours can get set up and if they linger over the same spots. Here's a look at the storm outlook for today, and we talked about this as well yesterday. We were not expecting big issues with tornadoes, and still that is what we are thinking as of right now. But Telfair, Wheeler, Montgomery, and Trutland County are included in the marginal, which is the level 1 of 5, the lowest end risk for a quick spin-up tornado today. So again, it's not really something that we think that we're going to be dealing with here, but something that we'll watch just for the far southeastern tier of central Georgia. Here's a 7-day forecast. Again, on Sunday, we'll be clearing things out by the afternoon. It's an isolated shower chance late day on Monday. And then our next cold front will bring the chance for storms on Tuesday. Behind that, we'll go dry again for Wednesday and Thursday. Cool mornings with afternoon highs in the low to mid 70s. That's your weather. We'll, of course, have much more posted here on 13WMAZ.com as the rain and breezy conditions continue through today.